So let me get this straight. First, they selectively shave their head completely bald headed to stop attracting men. Then they make a promise or a vow to not give away the cookie for 4 years, so long as Donald Trump is president. And then they make a decision that, you know what, I don't think I can keep this cookie to myself. That seems far too difficult. Let me just sterilize the cookie. Let me just sterilize this cookie. Let me vasectomy the cookie. Let me make sure that when I give this cookie out, that this cookie cannot reproduce. And to that I say, thank you. I genuinely believe we are experiencing a beautiful moment in human evolution. I believe we are witnessing natural selection in real time. This is how it works, where the loonies and the insanes of our society are not only showing themselves to make it obvious, the shaving of the head, the wearing of the bracelets, the tattoos, they're not only displaying to us to say, beware, do not enter, do not, I was going to say do not come, but you get the point. But now they are taking themselves out of the equation completely, as they are unable to reproduce or will be unable to reproduce. And we have 28-year-olds who are getting these vasectomies. Young, fertile women who are taking it completely off the table because they are so distraught by the presidency. They are so distraught that Donald J. Trump is going to be stepping into the White House in a little more than a month from now. Now, that being said, I want to read this article out for you guys. It's a real quick article, hopefully, at least what I saw so far, on New York Post. And the title is, or the headline is, "These women, including an OnlyFans model, are getting sterilized and blaming Trump for their decision." Imagine that. We're getting sterilized because him. Everything, the whole entire game on the left is to point blame to Trump. Like, I remember saying this as a joke. I said, when Joe Carcass Biden finally pardons his son, right, going back on his word for the last 4 years that it would never happen, when he pardons his son, I said they're going to find a way to pin this on Trump. And sure enough, none other than Whoopi gets onto the podium at that View, gets onto her soapbox and starts preaching about how Donald J. Trump is the reason why Joe Biden had to pardon his son and he had to change his mind. It wasn't a lie to Whoopi. It wasn't a lie. She couldn't accept that it was a lie. Everybody around her was like, well, yeah, he lied. No, it's not a lie. He just changed his mind and had to change his mind because Trump. So anyway, that being said, let's get into this article. And then I'll give my 2 or 3 cents. Probably along the way as well. These women are getting elective surgical procedures to render themselves infertile, all because Donald Trump won the election. If I just said that alone, let's say like 10 or 15 years back, you would not believe me. You would say, surely this is satire. This got to be The Onion. This got to be that. The Mad magazines they used to have back in the day. Surely this got to be some sort of joke, because ain't no way, bro. Like, imagine, Barack Obama becomes president, 1,000% increase in white vasectomies. Like, huh? No. People in the streets celebrating. Oh, yay, we finally got, we got a brother in the house. What did he do? Not a damn thing. I digress. The women who are speaking proudly about their decision say it's because they fear a reproductive rights crackdown upon a second Trump administration. Oh no. I heard they're even stocking up on these baby unaliving pills. Like, they are losing their stuff right now. They're losing it. Newsweek recently spoke to multiple women, including an OF model, who said they were turning to invasive, irreversible medical procedures to endure their reproductive freedom remains what is that? Untrodden. What is untrodden? What is that? Untrodden upon. Oh, not to be trodden, not to be, stepped on. Okay, so first of all, these euphemisms that we use are just out of control, right? Reproductive freedoms. What are we talking about? We're talking about unaliving babies. That's the core of this argument. We can call it whatever we want, but that's what's taking place. You could say, well, it's not a baby, it's just a fetus. Okay, it's unaliving fetuses. Then that's what it is. It's still the exact same premise. They are crying about not being able to do that. Why? Because they want to be able to give the cookie away to anybody in order to compensate for their own inadequacies, insecurities, and their deepest traumas. That's what's going on. So, how do I continue to get a fix of my drug, of my dependency, while still having no consequences or repercussions for this thing? Simple. Vasectomy. Okay. Next, what we have here. Look at her. She's just sitting there solemnly staring into nothingness. So, Eden Iarxa, 25, my goodness, of Florida, who creates content for adult-oriented site. Another euphemism, adult-oriented. Corn. Told the outlet, for me, the idea of getting pregnant is worse than death. For me, the idea of getting pregnant is worse than being unalived. You can't make this stuff up. She said she was making plans to have a bilateral salpingent. I don't know what any of these words mean because I'm not in this world. I would never even fathom or imagine like being so possessed. They probably know these words. They don't know like basic stuff in life, but they know about a salpingectomy, whatever the hell that is, a procedure in which which her fallopian tubes will be removed. Oh my god, 25 years old. Imagine waking up at 31. Your OF career is done, finished. You've been ran through, and you're like, can I get my fallopians back? Can I get like, how does this work? Do I just, nah, sis, it's finished. You're done. For me, it was a call to action, a need to get this locked in so I don't have to live in fear that at any moment some random guy can completely destroy my life. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. So she's basically saying, like, I just give the cookie to random guys, and like, I just don't want one of these guys to run my life because now I have a baby man. This is insanity. This is actual mental illness. When I see people look like this in the eyes, I'll probably share a picture of this exact individual. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, here we go. The Handmaid's Tale picture. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is too good. Yo, this is my life, folks. This is my life, and I'm just living it. I'm glad you're here, living it with me too. We're side by side living in this insanity. Okay. It says, for me, the idea of getting pregnant is worse. Yes, I'm doing what I can to protect my quote unquote rights to choose. I am choosing me. So this message reached via Instagram from Ixora. Told the post that she was already muling the procedure before election day. Oh yeah, so come on. She was already, let's be real. The mental illness was already illnessing, so. But she said, his winning just made me want to actually get it scheduled and on my calendar. Well, at least he got you proactive, so that's a win right there. She wasn't the only woman considering the procedure with politics in mind. If I am to be denied any rights in the next 4 years, I will not give them up without a fight, said Lydia Eccles, 28 of Tech. Notice how they're all in their 20s, the ones who are saying this. Because the 40-some-year-olds, I was not expecting that down there. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I guess she's indeed throwing the cookie, just lobbing it out there. Oh, here we go. Now we have like a 40-year-old. Okay. Okay. An undefined 39-year-old who said she had just gotten the procedure told the outlet that she felt she had no choice after the election. Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, okay, to be fair, you were on the other side of the thing. So, but again, regret can come at any time, and many of these people are going to have regrets. They make emotional decisions based upon false information, a lack of information, or just dumb information, to be honest. And then they end up regretting, like, oh, I'm going to get a divorce because, I never got to live life and do blah, blah, blah. I graduated from my marriage, as Tia Mowry said, and now she wants her husband back. Catching strays, Tia. Catching strays. I am not happy that I felt forced into surgery. I did not want to alter my body. I feel like the election tied my hand. What? The level of victimology in these people is actually insane. It is mad. I am not happy that I felt forced into. She was forced into surgery because Donald Trump won an election. This is insanity. I feel like the election tied my hands and forced me to be sterilized. Okay. Another woman who said she and her husband both never wanted children described her decision using language straight out of a dystopian novel and TV series, The Handmaid's Tale, in which women are second-class citizens. Yes, a Netflix series is a reflection of sanity. I paid way too much attention to the vitriol Trump repeatedly spit during his previous term, and am keenly aware of the people he keeps around him and in his ear, who all seem to see women as incubators and possessions to subjugate. So she's just using big words to basically say Trump supporters think women are nothing more than pregnant bodies. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of like half the purpose why humans exist, is to procreate. So it's a science. She had preemptively scheduled her appointment to be sterilized in October, claiming she was fully planning to cancel the surgery the day after the election, assuming Kamala won. Oh God, if Kamala wins, then I'll be able to unalive as many as I possibly can and freely do so everywhere. This is a longer article than I thought. Okay, I'm going to read this section throughout and then we'll wrap up. In describing her choice to Newsweek, the woman used language that suggests the elective surgery was forced upon her. With Trump's victory, we quickly learned that my choice to cancel the surgery has been taken from me. And she said, this isn't a wanted procedure, but one necessity due to the politics and subjugation coming our way. On the post of the child-free subreddit about the Newsweek article, women were lauding their decision to get sterilized as young as 21 years old, some throwing around extreme claims now rooted in reality. Well, when you pass laws that women on a regular basis, okay, so she's saying that he's passing laws that are unaliving women, yet these women en masse are literally fighting to unalive babies. Mind you, if a woman was pregnant and she was unalived, the individual unalived her would be considered as committing a double homicide. So do we want to change that law as well and say, no, there is no other. There's just her. Just saying. This is where I start getting pissed off reading this. The sick, twisted joke starts turning on itself for me. Well, when you pass laws that women on a regular basis, what are you going to do? One Reddit user wrote without elaborate. I want to get sterilized so bad, but I don't have the money and don't want this procedure to come up in my parents' insurance. That's a child speaking. Other women are, and again, these children are watching TikToks and whatever other videos, and they are buying into this hook, line, sinker, and they're going to have regrets for the rest of their lives. Older women, I'm ashamed of you for pushing your own self-hatred and, this hatred you have towards family and children that you would allow a 21-year-old to go off of your advice. That is disgusting to me. Across TikTok and X, there have been a surge of videos of women aligning themselves with the South Korean feminist movement. You have the 4B, in which participants eschew the 4 no's, having no S3X with men, giving birth, dating men, and getting married to men. Others have even taken to shaving their heads in an attempt to signal some of their vague anti-patriarchal sentiments, or actually technically shaving your head kind of is a patriarchal thing if you think about it, because you're bald head. Like, men are more likely to go naturally bald than women. So that's kind of a dude thing. You're kind of duding it up right now. Anyway, anti-patriarchal sentiment, or encouraging their viewers to dump their Trump-supporting husbands or boyfriends. Yep, usually the ones who have no men are the ones telling you to dump yours. The movement has been widely mocked online with some, yep, it has, by me, including women, questioning participants' sincerity, their sanity, or calling their behavior attention-seeking cringe. It is perfect. Evolutionary dead ends cutting their own. That's literally what I was saying. This is literally it. It's natural selection. Sounds like they need lobotomies instead. Yes, and women have the best comeback for other women. I've noticed that on social media. Like, they got the juggernaut. They come for the jugular. Nothing says defeat like eliminating yourself from the gene pool. Okay. My hope in humanity is back now. Thank you. All right. Trump has sent mixed signals about their support of unaliving your baby rights, air quotes, at times boasting about his role in getting Roe v. Wade overturned. But he's also repeated, mind you, the overturning of Roe v. Wade was bringing it back to the states, as it should have been, instead of forcing the entire country to go off of something that they all don't believe in. That's the point of us having our own governors, our own senators, our mayors, etc. To say, no, we don't want to do this in our sector of the world, instead of enforcing something federally just because a fringe group of insane people want to do the thing. Trump has sent mixed signals about this, at times boasting, Okay. He also repeatedly vowed he would not support a federal unaliving your baby ban, even threatening to veto one if it should come across his desk. Yeah, he's been saying this forever. I could not support a federal ban under any circumstance and would, in fact, veto it because it is up to the states to decide based on the will of their voters. Trump wrote on Truth Social in October. Yes, sir. Soon to be First Lady, Melania also famously made her staunch support of unaliving rights known in a clip, blah, blah, blah. Individual freedom is a foundational principle that I safeguard, said Melania, 54. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to the essential rights of women possessing from their birth, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Meanwhile, the number of unaliving babies since Roe versus Wade was overturned. I'm going to keep saying that. And again, you get demonetized or whatever for saying it here. Hopefully that changes in a year or two. It's like you can, have raw cheeks on the internet, but you can't say the word that you want to say for unaliving a baby. But yeah, I will continue to use that because we need to take away the euphemisms. Women's right, reproductive rights, all that euphemism. All of that is to stop you from thinking about the thing that it actually is. That's what that is, coded language. Anyway, which experts say, so meanwhile, the overturn has been trickled up slightly. Yeah. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, there have been more. Which experts say is thanks to the wider availability of the pills by mail. Oh, I didn't know they were sending them by mail now. You can just take it out the house. Wow. You can just end your entire family lineage at the house. That's insane. So yeah, this is where we are, folks. This is where we are in history. And we need to continue to speak. We need to continue to not let this madness, these insane people have gotten away with this because nobody said anything to them. There was no repercussions for their continuous projection of their insanity onto the rest of society. We can't be a silent majority anymore. Simple as that.
I used to be afraid of the dark, place unknown like a heart in their heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight, 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a